The last checkpoint is in captivity. The galaxy
Hello, welcome to GameGazm. I'm Bren.
I'm Jay.
And Jay, what have we got today?
Well, we've got Gravity Rush Remastered on the PS4.
Gravity Rush. Is that like when you're on a space hopper for an extended period of time and you get a little bit dizzy?
No.
Okay. Yes, it's Gravity Rush Remastered. Now I know what you're all thinking. Not another bloody remaster on the PS4, but bear with us for this one. Gravity Rush originally released on the PS Vita back in 2012, meaning that a lot of people missed out on this one. And with Sony's Japan studio working on Gravity Rush 2 set to release later this year, they thought it would be wise to raise awareness of the franchise beforehand. Smart move. But will there be enough here to pull you in?
Oh dear, the gravity puns have started already then. Don't you think they were getting a little cheesy?
Don't worry, zero cheese from now on.
Oh my god, did you just combine gravity pun with cheese?
It's a gift.
The story lets you assume the role of Kat, who wakes up on the floating city of Heskville and has no idea of who she is or how she got there. But rather than feeling sorry for herself in the position she's in, Kat is a lively, upbeat, flirty character that really brings more life to the game. She eventually teams up with a cat named Dusty, who gives her the ability to manipulate gravity.
That's one manipulative pussy.
Shush now. Over the course of the game, she begins to discover who she is, while saving the people of Heskville from a gravity storm, slaying monsters called Nevi, and foiling a grand conspiracy. The main missions are split into chapters that are bookended by comic book panels that really complement the anime art style of the rest of the game.
Aside from the main story missions, there are also side missions and challenge missions. Side missions give you more insight into the characters and the world you are in, and the challenge missions serve as a way to earn more power gems. More on them later. The game was also directed and written by Keiichiro Toyama, previously known for the original Silent Hill and the Siren series.
The gameplay is where this game really stands out though, as the ability to control and shift gravity is something that no other game has explored before, or since really. Press R1 and Kat begins to float. Press R1 again to select the direction you want gravity to change to, and Kat hurtles towards it. This allows you to walk on walls and ceilings and adds a whole new way of getting around the city. Using this power depletes your gravity gauge though, so keep an eye on this, as when it runs out, gravity will revert to normal and you will find yourself hurtling towards the ground, whichever way that is. You press L1 to revert gravity back to normal, and you never get used to flying up to the top of the screen when you forget which way around everything should be.
You can collect blue gems that instantly replenish your gravity gauge, meaning it is sometimes best to plan the route ahead of you. There are also power gems that are dotted around the city, and these are used to repair parts of the city and upgrade Kat's powers, such as an increased gravity gauge and the power of Kat's combat moves. Meow!
Combat in the game is fairly simple. On the ground, you mash the square button to unleash a barrage of kicks at your opponent, and in the air, your main attack is the gravity kick. Simply lock onto your target and press square to fly towards it foot first. It can be slightly annoying as the gravity kick only features a soft lock, meaning you sometimes fly straight past your target.
Some might say Kat's a little footloose.
Get out. Later in the game, you gain various special moves that unleash mega amounts of damage. You can also unlock new gravity abilities that offer more ways of getting around the city, such as the Gravity Slide.
Gravity Rush is presented in a cel-shaded style, and much like the gameplay, the graphics have also translated very well onto the PlayStation 4. This is all thanks to Bluepoint Games, the same team that did an excellent job with the port of the Nathan Drake collection late last year that I still haven't played. The graphical upgrade is quite extensive, more so than with the Uncharted games, and many of the textures that appeared flat on the Vita version are now in glorious 3D.
It really does look like the game was developed especially for the PS4, and you can be forgiven for forgetting that it is a HD remaster of a Vita game. And for those of you that are interested, the game runs at 1080p, 7 times the resolution of the original and at a constant 60 frames per second, which is really impressive.
As most of the story is told through comic book panels and speech bubbles, there isn't much voice acting in the game, and when there is, it's in Japanese with English subtitles. Now, we are playing the Asian version of the game, so when it releases over here, it may be translated to the native language, but if the original Vita game is anything to go by, it may just remain in Japanese, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Overall, Gravity Rush is a game that needs to be played. It is a shame that it was hidden away on the Vita the first time round, but now it's been given a new lease of life on the PS4, featuring all the DLC, enhanced visuals and a much better control scheme. It is definitely one to add to your collection, giving it a GameGazm 8.5.
Yeah, so if you're into Isaac Newton and want to experience gravity in a rushing format, then you really can't go wrong with this. Great anime style, superb story, excellent characters and a magical pussy. Gravity Rush, rushing to you this February.
And there we go with Gravity Rush on the PS4.
Yeah, originally on the Vita and now on the PlayStation 4 finally, and it does look a hell of a lot better, doesn't it?
Oh, it looks like a brand new game.
Yeah.
They've done an amazing job with it.
And Cat, nice character.
Oh, very cool character. Not your typical main character. Said she's very quirky, very upbeat, and very flirty. All she wants to do is get a boyfriend, it would seem.
It's anime, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's what happens with that kind of stuff. Overly flirtatious, constantly thinking about, well, there's always those kind of like sexual overtones and weird moments, isn't there? But yeah, no, great game, and I love the mechanics as well, like controlling gravity like that.
I know, it's funny, no other game has done that.
No.
And it's like I said in the voiceover, it is really jarring sometimes when you forget which way up originally should have been.
Yeah, and you're like,
so I'm just going to drop down. No, I'm going up there. All right, okay.
So yeah, fantastic game from Japan, and if you haven't played it yet, go and play it because it's amazing. Well, actually, it's not even it's not here yet, is it?
No, it'll be here mid-February, and Gravity Rush 2 will be out later this year.
Oh, nice, yeah, because they figured kind of they remake the first one because they're releasing the second one.
Yeah, because not a lot of people got the Vita and not a lot of people got Gravity Rush, so...
I didn't.
No, exactly.
I didn't. Yeah, I know. I feel like I missed out on a lot of stuff on the Vita because like loads of people had them, but I don't know. The library wasn't there for me.
No, there's not a lot, but there is the odd gem.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's like, yeah, out of a sea of stuff that no one would really bother with, there's like one standout title that has to be played.
Yeah, and a lot of them were only released in Japan. So
Yeah.
the Vita's library is much bigger in Japan. So to get the best games, you have to import.
Yeah, it's like kind of the same with the PS4, really, isn't it?
At the moment, yes.
At the moment, there is a lot of import games going on.
Yeah,
isn't there?
and there's more coming out, like Dead or Alive Extreme
Oh yeah,
3.
well that's a different story because it kind of got canned over in the West due to I don't know, some sort of feminists going, oh, boobs, they're not allowed in games.
I can't see why. It's a volleyball game.
Well, yeah, they've done it for years. Well, they've released two others in the past. It's suddenly everyone just gone mad and just gone, no, now we're not allowed boobs in gaming. It's not allowed.
Maybe boobs at 60 frames per second's got people scared.
It's a frightening notion. And anyway, on that bombshell, I think it's time to end the video. So if you like the video, don't forget to click on the old like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I've been Brent.
I've been Jay.
And we've been GameGazm. Boobs.